Morning, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well this Saturday evening. Getting ready to get off of work. I've been so busy. I'm just now getting off of work, and I've been wanting to do this stream for about a week and a half or so, but I kept moving it because I've been so busy. Won't be too long. Hoping to make this no more than 25-30 minutes because I have to go rush to the store. I gotta go pick up some items, and then my job today ain't finished. As soon as I get home, I have to finish cleaning. I gotta clean my house. I gotta do dishes. I gotta do laundry. I gotta get so much prepared. And then I have a Bible study set up. I put it for 7, but I think I'm gonna put it for a little bit later because I need to get the house clean, and then I want to do a study on the book of Romans, chapter 10 through 12. I'm gonna head off in just a minute. I just turned my car on. But I hope everybody's doing good out there. And as you guys can see, I have the stream labeled as the best revenge. What is the best revenge? I think people know where I'm going at here with this one, but I want to go a little bit into detail of the topic of what the best revenge is. Elaborate a little bit on it is what I mean. Let me just get out of here real quick. I'm using this air vent for this corny phone holder that I have. I never got a chance to still buy a new phone holder for myself. Just be careful because this parking lot is so tight. Be careful. I didn't get a chance to buy one, but I switched it over to the vent that's near me, near the driver's side, and it seems like it fits better. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because of the angle. I don't know, but it seems to fit on better on this side here. But I'm still going to get a new one. I want the one that goes on the rear view mirror. I think it holds the best up on there. So far, it doesn't look like it's shaking too much. So be careful here. So I was talking about the best revenge. The best revenge that anybody can ever give to somebody is no revenge at all. That's the best revenge you can give to anybody. Best revenge, no revenge at all. You know, the enemy, right? There's nothing more that they cannot stand than a person that chooses to remain calm, sound-minded, level-minded, and do not retaliate. They can't stand that. They can't stand a person that sits back and chooses to not retaliate against them. It pisses them off. It makes them so angry, right? It makes them more angrier with a person, right? It makes them more angrier than a person that chooses to retaliate. They'd rather the person to retaliate against them to never retaliate against them. They'll be more angry with you not retaliating versus the person that chooses to. And you would sit there and there's nothing worse than that to them. You sit back, you choose to stay calm, have self-control of your emotions. And you don't focus so much on defending yourself. If anything, you focus more on that person. You focus on the idea of where this person's mindset is and how sad they are. They can't stand it. The day that you sit back and you retaliate and you respond to them is the day you lost. Trust and believe that. You didn't win shit. Now, don't get this twisted. Now, I'm not saying sit back and let people beat up on you and hurt you. There is a time and place where, yes, you have to you have no choice but to retaliate when it's affecting your personal life, when there is injustices being done. That's different stuff. Yes, there is a time and place that you do need to speak, but there's also a time and place when you need to be silent, and that comes with wisdom, trying to be able to discern certain matters to see what is worth me responding in. And if I respond, is it going to serve me justice? Is it going to change the matter? If I'm sitting here and it's not a situation where I'm being beat up and I have to defend myself or something, or there's a certain injustice being done where I have to speak up and say something because there's someone out to hurt me and it's going to potentially affect my life. They cross boundaries. They've been affecting my loved ones. They've been doing things that's very foul. That's different. That's when, yes, you have to take a stand and speak on certain matters. But there's a time to be silent. And if you notice and discern and use your judgment and see there's a matter where somebody is, for a good example, spreading lies or rumors about you, gossiping about you, just outrightly doing things to get under your skin, that's a time to be wise and say, you know what? As much as I want to retaliate and say something to that person, I know that that is unwise. That's not something that's going to help me. If anything, it's going to pull you into the foolishness, into the games. And what is the enemy's goal? To drag you down and make you a fool with some. To drag you down and make you look bad. To drag you down to find something what? To accuse you of. So that's the enemy's goal. And when you don't respond and retaliate, guess what? You just won. And you didn't have to do shit. You didn't have to say nothing. All you had to do was be yourself. That's all you had to do. Be yourself. Be your innocent self. Because guess what? You don't have to defend yourself. You know what's defending you? Your fruits, your outcomes, your actions, your innocence. A person, as the Bible says, right? The Bible uses this metaphor, right? You know them by their fruits, right? Because, for a good example, the Bible used that as the metaphor. State those who are with God, who's not with God, and people each false God. So you would be able to know God, they're God, but then they're telling you Jesus didn't die on the cross. Your fruits are showing me something else. You say you believe God, that you're a child of God, that you're a follower of Jesus Christ, but you're saying Jesus didn't die. So this is an example. So I'm using that example to describe this. Like, this is an example. You know them by their fruits. Just like the Bible says that, you could say that as well. You know them by their fruits. What they produce out of their heart will come out. What comes out of the mouth will expose who's in the wrong, who's in the right. Expose who's in the dark and who's in the light. And see, your light shines and the darkness is exposed, and that's why they don't like it. Because you didn't have to do anything. When you're innocent and you're not doing nothing wrong and you're minding your business, going about your life, worrying about you, working on you, guess what? The ones that are in the dark are going to be ones that are disturbed. They're going to be the ones that are going to try so hard to sit back and make up lies and rumors about you and sit back and hurt you and try to bring chaos around you. But guess what? It will never work out. Because guess what? When you don't retaliate and you mind your business and you ain't giving back what they're giving you, guess what? People are going to start seeing the full picture of who's really bad guy here. You don't have to defend yourself. You defend them with silence and how you speak, how you go about things. Your silence is like your strength. It's like your best friend. They say sometimes it's best to fight in silence. Sometimes that's the best ways to fight back because you don't have to fight back at all. Your silence and your innocence, your fruits and what you produce and how you go about your life already defended you. You're already ahead of the game. You won the game. See, they think that, oh, well, let me come up with these wicked devices to get them to respond so I can make a fool out of them. And I can find something to accuse them of and make them look bad and make them turn around and act like a fool. But what they don't know is that you were already ahead of the game the whole time. You already saw their device, their wicked devices. They thought they were wise in their devices and their ways, but they failed to realize that you're a lot more wiser. And they're the ones that are fools. And you foreseen what they were going to do. You saw a whole time. You just wait for them to play those cards out. You already won the game. And they don't even realize it. When you play a game of chess or card game or so, right? You never let them know what's on the hand. You know, just like the Bible says, Jesus told them never let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. Use that metaphor to your advantage. Use that as a way to look about things in life. And I always remind myself of these things because I'm a human being. I could get foolish if I get so much thinking in my emotions. So something I like to put into practice. Wisdom. Never let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. Do not tell people nothing. You can know a lot of things, but never let people know what you know. If I sat here with a card game and I said, "Hey, I guess what I got in my hand? I got a jack and I got a queen. I got the joker." And you know that, okay, now this person knows my hand. Now they're going to be smart on how they're going to come back at me. Or you have a chessboard and you can see ahead of the game. You could tell, oh, if I make these certain moves, guess what? I can get this person. You already know you won the game. This person can't see it. But if I told you, oh, my hand, I'm going to do this plan here and get around you because I know what you're trying to do, guess what? Now I'm going to lose. It's the same if you go and retaliate against somebody. Never let them know what's in your hand. It's unwise. Don't do that. Let them sit there and make a fool out of themselves and throw themselves out there. So at the end of the day, you say, I already won. Card game over. I'm sitting here coming up to the Dollar General. I'm trying to get I want to get some cleaning supplies. Before I go in there, I just want to talk a little bit. I just need to sit down and just breathe for a little bit because I mean, it's been a very busy day. And I have to do the 24-hour urine test over again because they messed up at the lab. So I have to do that tomorrow. So I had to pick that up this morning, but before I go in. So yeah, you know, it's like a card game. So you never let the enemy know what's on your mind and what you know about them, what you already have foreseen. You don't tell them you already won the game. They'll find out that you already won the day that they see that, hey, I've already foreseen your tricks and games you want to play on me. It ain't going to work and nowhere I'm going to retaliate. Boom. Everybody's going to see, okay, this person already won. You don't have to do nothing. Just sit back and watch. That's it. That's all you got to do. Because guess what? They already exposed themselves. They already lost the game. And when they come to you and pretend and smile on your face and pretend like, oh, you know, I know a way to get this person's trust and get things on them so I can find some things on them so I can make a rumor or whatever. Guess what? You already foreseen them. They come up to you and say, hey, how you doing? And you know, you already know. You just play it off like you don't know anything. Yep, how you doing? You know, hi. Yeah, wanna hang out someday, whatever. Yeah, let's go hang out, girl. And you already know they're being fake or whatever, and they're just looking for fishing for information on you. Guess what? You know, they say, okay, we can hang out. What day you want to hang out? Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. Okay. Guess what? Saturday they come together looking for the plot when you yo, we're gonna find some stuff on her. We're gonna accuse. We're gonna find something. Yeah, because I can't stand her, or I can't stand him. You know, he's always thinks he's good. He's acting all too goody two shoe. Dot dot dot. Yeah, I got this on this person. We're gonna fish for this information. Guess what? You don't show. They're gonna say, where? She told us she want to be at 2:00. Guess what? A bit ahead of the game. Goodbye. That's it. That's how you get people. You know, don't be stupid. Don't be a fool. And run to people's wicked devices and fall for it in that trap and respond to it. Don't even mention about them. Don't even mention their name. Because all you do is when you sit back and you retaliate. Retaliation don't mean just going and defending and fighting. It also means talking bad about them, going back and saying something about them. You know, going and saying, well, I didn't do this. And was she saying this about me? All you just did was give them exactly what they love and wanted. You know, you're going to have people that are going to come around you that will egg you on to make a fool out of yourself. and tell you, go over there and defend yourself. She shouldn't be talking about you like that. Go over there and tell her as it is, because she got your name in your mouth all day long. Da, da, da. And you're like, okay, yeah, I got to say something to her. I got to defend myself. Like an idiot. And guess what? You go over there making a fool out of yourself, making yourself look bad. And now the enemy got what? Bait on you. Like, see, I told you, she's a drop. Look at her. She over there saying I'm doing this, but she's attacking me. I didn't say nothing about her today. But but the enemy fails to tell people that they've been talking about you and doing things behind your back, and trying to set up rumors about you. But see, but people don't see that. They just see you in commotion and looking like an idiot. And the people that's sitting there pushing you to go over there and do that, guess what? They're laughing. making a laugh stock out of you. Look how stupid she is. She's so stupid. Yeah. Tell her as it is, girl. Tell her as it is. Yeah, tell her off. She's so stupid. That's what people do. And why would you do that to yourself? Why sit there and make a fool out of yourself? Why sit back and make yourself a laughing stock for somebody else and waste your time and energy? Because the truth is that you can never get the enemy to understand you. You can never get the enemy to admit they're wrong about something. You can never get the enemy to sit back and reason with you. How are you expecting your enemy to reason with you? They don't want to reason with you. They don't want to agree with you. They want to make a fool out of you. That's it. Bottom line. So why waste time fighting, defend yourself with somebody who doesn't want to understand your reason with you? All they want to do is make you look bad, make a fool out of you, and get a reaction out of you. That's it. So why waste time with that? So you can waste your energy and health? So you could look big and bad? Because you don't look big and bad, you just look like a fool. That's something I had to learn over the years. And so that's something I always, I like to spread that kind of advice to people. Be wise. Don't be a fool. Don't be stupid. Don't give the enemy and their little minions what they want, is to laugh at you. Why should you give them that satisfaction? When you respond, you just gave the enemy satisfaction. You just gave them what they wanted. You gave them that satisfaction of seeing you torn down, ripped down, looking stupid, giving them entertainment. That's what you just did. And now you sat here and gave them a laugh, something to laugh about. That's what you just did. See, people think that, if I don't say nothing, I look like a coward. You're not a coward. They'll tell you that to what? Manipulate you. That's it. It's not being cowardly. It's called being wise. It's called, I ain't giving you what's precious to me. When a woman, when a person gives what's precious to them, you're giving your pearls, you're casting your pearls amongst swine, just like the Bible says when he says, don't cast your pearls amongst swine. Don't cast what is precious to the dogs. And that's your peace. You value your peace. You value yourself. You love yourself. So why would you throw that to some dog? That's how you got to look at it. It's like a whore that sits there and gives herself off easy. When you sit there and you give your piece off easy, you're being easy. You being like a little hoe. Open your legs, let everybody in let everyone in. You being vulnerable with your feelings and angry with everyone. You're being easy. You gotta be like, just like sex. I ain't gonna give it to you easy. You gotta work for that. You gonna have to pay me. You gonna have to really, really work hard to get a response to something out of me in bed. Guess what? It needs to be the same with your peace. You need to be like, I'm sorry, but I ain't easy, okay? I ain't quick like that to sit here and open myself to you, okay? And let you in my life and let you all up in my feelings and being vulnerable with you. I don't think so. This is too valuable to give for free. And that's how you have to be with people. So, that's how you got to look at it. You have to see that my peace, my sanity, okay, my confidence is valuable. My independency to stand alone and not follow the crowd and don't give a two F's what people think is valuable. I ain't gonna give that to you for free, honey. This is worth more than $1 million. You can't pay me to want to give this to you. That's just the bottom line. That's how you gotta be with people. And it's not easy. That's something that comes with time, patience, and wisdom. And that's how I want to be. And I work on that. I always pray to God, God, in all my situations, please keep me moving in wisdom. Don't give the enemy what they want. Give them what they don't want. That's their best revenge. That's the best revenge, and that's no revenge at all. So I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna go and get some cleaning supplies because I gotta get the house clean, and I want to do a Bible study later on tonight. Maybe if I have time, I may stop and talk with EQ for a little bit. We may do a stream. I don't know. As long as I'm not up too late because I have to be up so early in the morning to do this urine test. I got to be in bed by at least 11 o'clock because if I don't go to bed at 11 and then I don't know how this whole urine test work, and you have to be up early in the morning. The first void, I have to make sure it's at 7, and that's what happened to me last time. I ended up going to bed late, and I woke up a little later, and my first void was late, and then the first collection was late, and I'm like, I can't do that. So because the appointment Monday is early at 7, so I want to make sure everything is on track this time. I do not want to repeat this test. I'm done. It's for the kidney transplant thing, so I got to get this going because I want to get this moving because I want to do this year if it's in God's will. I really hope that this will be successful. I'm mentally prepared for this to give away an organ, and I hope it all works out. That's, we'll leave it in God's hands. So take care, everybody, and God bless. Bye bye.